Together with my teammates,
Roland,
Arsene, and Petru, we'll show you the best reasons to join us in our journey aboard Phoenix Space. Let's get started now. You might be wondering why we choose to design our ship in the shape of DNA. Well, DNA carries the essential information of life, and similarly, Phoenix Space will carry the essence of humanity into space. But beyond the symbolism, the structure is also highly functional. The ship construction provides flexibility and the ability to change shape and direction to avoid a collision. The advantage of Phoenix Space design is its modularity, allowing additional modules to be attached if people require more space. We designed the ship divided into modules that are secured by interconnecting areas like those in the articulated buses, which play an important role because the space shuttle can dock with or detach into modules. Every module is in fact a group of 6 parallel tubes that forms a city, and every tube is a neighborhood with its own specific function. In the initial phase of Phoenix Space project, there will be 2 cities called New Day and New Night. But because we are at this topic, let's find out how Phoenix Space is governed from my teammate Arsene.
The Special Number is the General Commander, assisted by a community made up of technical, medical, scientific, educational, and PR specialists. The community gathers twice a week to consider the seat of each department to make the uppermost decision for the welfare and safety of the spaceship and the residents. In case of emergency, the commander has full authority, while in minor areas, the crew and the community can decide. Back to you, Alex.
Interesting. Now let's find out more details about our life and journey in space. Phoenix Space will orbit Mars and has one rotation along its longitudinal axis and another rotation of the parallel inner tubes along their transversal axis. You may have wondered earlier why there are 6 tubes for a city. Well, we choose 6 tubes to maintain a good balance for human life in space. What I can tell you is that the tubes will be spacious enough to support daily human activities. However, not all the tubes will be residential. 3 tubes will be for homes, workspaces, a school, and a hospital. 1 tube will be for relaxation, a green area with trees, like a small natural reserve. And 2 tubes will be used for agriculture and animal growth. Now, because we reached these green topics, let's stop and dive into the reaction section first with my teammate Arsene.
Reaction is more necessity than a luxury. There are special areas for social interaction, the sport, art, game facilities, and even meditation amongst friends. All these keep residents in powerful mental health, building a united and functional community. But survival will not be possible without food.
face, color, and mask.